Hey guys, it's Biddy here, and this is going to be one of my first or whatever Showdown sessions, but it's gonna be in Little Cup, and I don't normally do this, but because a lot of people have trouble getting Little Cup Pokemon on Wi-Fi, I figure it's a lot easier and more competitive if I'm actually doing it on the Showdown ladder. So if you guys enjoy this, I would really appreciate a like, or if you still enjoy the Wi-Fi battles over Showdown, I could still upload those, but I just feel like it would be a lot more competitive if I did it on the Little Cup ladder on Showdown. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And I honestly just put together like a random team. I guess it's alright. I haven't really gotten to test it much. I kind of just put it together for the purpose of the Showdown session, and then I'll probably tweak it from there. I can try and make like the Little Cup ladder really, but this is all mainly for fun still. And if you guys want to know how I got my Showdown like this, I guess I could do a video. It's really simple, but it makes it look a lot nicer if you're curious. So he's got A-Bomb is really possible as a lead because of Fake Out. That's what I'm really thinking of right now. But other than that, nothing really like sticks out to me as being a potential lead other than the A-Bomb. But I do need to watch out for the Fletchling. I kind of have the Chinchou for that. I think I'm going to lead off with my Pawniard regardless, and he leads off with the A-Bomb. I think he's just going to end up fake outing, and do that. I don't really think they have any fighting moves, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay. It doesn't matter what I go for because, like I said, he's going to go for the fake out, get some damage off on me, and then I know they can also U-turn. They have like double slap or something like that. So now I'm just gonna set up my Stealth Rocks. I don't think he has a defogger. Skrelp might be able to. I might be totally wrong. Might be totally wrong. But I'm gonna Stealth Rock here just to get the rocks up because he does have a Fletchling. Granted, it's not fire flying. It's flying normal. It'll still take 25% from rocks, I believe. So that's all right. And then he U-turns out, which is expected, and then he's going to go into whatever from here on. But Pawniard is kind of like an iffy lead for me, but we're going to set up the Stealth Rocks here. Now, the problem that I'm worried with here with Fletchling is him setting up any sort of Swords Dances. So I'm going to stay in, and I'm going to end up knockoffing just to get damage off on it. Plus, I mean, if he had Berry Juice or something like that, we get rid of it. But this one looks like it's going to be a mixed attacker with Overheat and probably, I don't even know what else. Which isn't bad. So since we did half to it, it could also carry Roost. That's a possibility. It could also carry Roost. But in this case, it doesn't look like it's carrying anything because the knockoff literally did half. So I really don't think I need to preserve Pawniard for anything, so I'm just going to Sucker Punch, and that's going to be able to kill it there. Pawniard pretty much, unless he defogs anything, but I really don't think he's going to. Unless he defogs, Pawniard's pretty much useless here. So Munchlax comes in, and this is a good time to have fighting types. Fighting types are actually really good in Little Cup. Once you at least get rid of Fletchling, or you make sure you have some sort of like Fletchling counter, fighting types can be really good in Little Cup. So here I'm going to end up going, I want to really go into the Timber, but not before I pretty much sack off the Pawniard. Might as well get one more knockoff off, and then he can kill me off with a Fire Punch, which ends up working out really nicely, and then I can just go into the Timber here. Drain Punch is really obvious for me to go for, but really, I mean, the only thing that really resists it on his, okay, he ends up forfeiting, so my rating goes slightly up. I guess that works out. So that's also another thing. I mean, on Showdown, there is a possibility that you won't be able to get full matches because people just leave, but we'll just end up searching for another one. I kind of want to keep these sessions kind of short, like anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, so however many battles I can get within that time period, maybe 2 or 3. So I'm not exactly keeping time, but I would like to at least try and get through like one full battle if that's possible. Or if we actually search for a battle. I'm actually not entirely sure how many people are really on this ladder, but I could also take Showdown battles from Twitter. I'd have to like set it up and maybe cut out the parts where like I'm waiting for them to connect or something, but I could probably do Little Cup through Twitter as well if you don't have Wi-Fi. So potential leads that stick out to me would be Ferrothorn. The obvious one is Ferrothorn. Bronzer could be, they could set up Stealth Rocks or they could set up dual screens, but I also have to watch out for Staryu with the Rapid Spin. But other than that, I'm pretty good. Coughing is there for the fighting type, for the Timber, so if I lead off with Timber, I could probably expect Wheezing to come in. But that's the thing though, Ferrothorn is so obvious to where I almost want to lead off with the Chinchou and just U-turn out in case he has something else. But really, Pawniard seems to be the best option for me, honestly. Really, nothing else sticks out to me. So you lead Bronzer. That's actually really, really good. Now, I could set up Stealth Rock here. I really think this guy is going to be like the dual screener. I really do, so I'm going to knock off. Because he has, no, he has a Violet. He's Calm Mind. That's really weird, but okay. Knockoff is technically really my only attack unless he decides to attack me, because my knockoff isn't going to do that much to him now. It's a really weird set. I could risk the Sucker Punch and hope he attacks me, and that'll definitely kill him. So I'm going to risk... Oh, yeah, the Sucker Punch did not pay off for me. I should have gone for the knockoff again, but that's alright. Or the Stealth Rock, but it's alright. Then the Timber comes in. I could go into Mischievous and... I mean, Mischievous, what am I saying? And then the Mischievous just ends up being immune to the fighting type attacks, but he could also carry knockoff, which on its own really, really sucks. Like, I could go for a Sucker Punch. Pawniard's at full health, and it's kind of that toss-up between me wanting to like risk going into Mischievous, but he can knock me off and literally kill me there. So it's a tough call for me. And that's why I kind of wish I had a more safe switch in right here. My timer is also running out, so I really have to like try and move along. I want to keep Pawniard around, I really do. I'm gonna go into my own Timber. And he goes for a bulk up. Alright, well, honestly, I'm not that scared of bulk up. I mean, I've got a Fletchling with freaking like acrobatics and crap. So, actually, well, this is gonna be problematic. This is gonna be very, 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 very problematic, and I don't like it one bit. I'm honestly just gonna knock him off first, and then whatever he decides to hit me with, which is his own knockoff, I figured that much. And then I think he might go for the fighting type attack, so I could go into Mischievous. I could risk that now. I mean, it seems like a lot better option now than it did before, so I'm gonna go into Mischievous here. Hopefully goes for the fight. Yeah, he goes for the Mach Punch. I'm good there. I don't think these things do not carry Sucker Punch or anything like that. Now, I don't know. I'm curious. I don't know if knockoff goes through subs. I'm kind of curious. Yes. No, it doesn't. Okay. So I kind of just have to sit here and hope that Dazzling Gleam kills. No, it brings it down really low, but it doesn't kill. So that's really unfortunate. But it kinda had to be done so I can get a good amount of damage off on this thing. And then, I mean, I could go into Chinchou. Chinchou's probably the best one, because I really don't want to take another Mach Punch. So Chinchou, I think, is the best one for me to go into and not take another Mach Punch. And I think a Volt Switch should kill from this range. Volt Switch should definitely, yeah. Volt Switch kills from this range. And then, I'm probably going to go into my Scarf Pokemon. Well, the thing that he might go into is like Staryu, but like obviously he can just plan around whatever I bring in. So if I go into Pawniard now, and he probably might, like, Bronzer doesn't want to deal with Pawniard. I don't think that Porygon does either, but then I could just go into Timber, and neither does Ferroseed, really. I think Pawniard is probably the best option here. It's between Pawniard and Drillbur for me, really. But he has so many, like, physically defensive Pokemon to where I really wish that I had more special Pokemon, but I actually might need to, like, tweak this team to not be as physical. So I think Pawniard is the best option, so I'll go into Pawniard here, and then he can just go into whatever he wants from there. But I figure whatever he does go into, I can knock off. So nothing really wants to take a knockoff. Knockoff got ridiculously buffed this gen, but it's so good, especially in low cup where almost everything carries pretty much Berry Juice or Eviolite. You are pretty set. So here I can easily knock off the Ferroseed and take away his Eviolite, and then he's gonna Leech Seed me, which is, I'm actually fine with that right now. I could Stealth Rock now, but I'm beginning to question whether it's really that necessary. But I'm gonna Stealth Rock. I mean, it's gonna force him to want to, I guess, maybe Rapid Spin it away, if anything. But I'm just gonna go into my Timber here. I almost wanted the Bulk Up variant, but I didn't. I feel like Coughing is gonna come in. And I kind of want to catch it on the switch, so I'm going to go for the knockoff. That's actually even better. Going into Staryu is even better for me, and then I can knock off the Eviolite on that. That's actually a lot. I'll take that. Alright, and then he ended up forfeiting, so that's kind of another match that did not fully play out, unfortunately, but we can try and do one more. I'm really not sure how good we are for time, but we'll try one more. At least we're moving along the ladder, so if we end up, I guess, kind of higher on the ladder by some miracle, then maybe we'll battle better people or people that won't leave. So I really love Honedge. Honedge fun to use too. So here I also think Ferroseed is a very valuable option as a lead. So is Tentacool if you really want to set up like Toxic Spikes or something. He's also a Rapid Spinner, so that's also important to know. And then Trapinch is there, Zigzagoon. If it's anything like Linoon, it would have Belly Drum and then Extreme Speed, but I'm not sure if the same set applies. But I really think that in this scenario, I'm going to lead off with Chinchou and just Volt Switch out. Generally, his team seems pretty slow, so I have to question whether it could be a potential Trick Room team. But either way, I'm going to end up leading off with my Chinchou here as he leads off with the Ferroseed, and then what I can end up doing is just Volt Switching out here, because it's really not a favorable matchup. And then I can just go into, if he sets up Stealth Rock, then I mean I'm probably better off going into Pawniard here than kind of useless crit, but or I can actually just put pressure on him and go into either the Fletchling before he sets up the Stealth Rock, or I could go into Timber and also threaten him out, which case he would probably want to go into like Tentacool or something. That's just me thinking way too far ahead, but I really think he's just going to end up setting up his what do you call it? Rocks. But if anything, I have Drillbur or Rapid Spin it away if I really want to. So I think going into the Timber is the best option for me. So he sets up the Stealth Rock, and then I think he's going to go into Tentacool here. So I'm going to switch out into Drillbur, and if he doesn't, no, he just Thunder Waves. Which actually that works out as well, honestly. Although me having a Timber that's, what do you call it? Freaking Thunder Wave really doesn't phase me at all. But I'm going to Rapid Spin here. It's totally pointless, but whatever. I mean, he's going to set up spikes. Going into Pawniard wouldn't be a bad thing, and then we could set up rocks because he's just a lot of entry hazards right now. So I think I'm gonna go into Pawniard and just set up the stealth rock here, and at least maybe get some residual damage on his team or break any potential focus sashes if he has any. So hopefully we are okay there, and then we end up going into Trapinge, which honestly, all I know is that it has Arena Trap and it's a ground type, so I'm probably dead. I might as well just stealth rock before I die to an earthquake. So like that, we lose one Pokemon, but we set up stealth rocks for what it's worth, and he has Arena Trap, so I think maybe Mischievous, because I'm not sure if a Chinchou can kill it. I'm not at full health. I am not sure at all. I kind of just want to go into Mischievous and see what he does, because I'm gonna substitute because I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm very weary about the situation, and if he switches, he switches. If he stays in and he has something to hit me with, at least I think I outspeed him enough. So we'll see how that goes. Mischievous's shiny color is one of those like disgusting vomit colors, just like mammoth swine. But clearly he's thinking about it, which, I mean, I guess I went into a decent play. Mischievous is pretty like, it's really good, and I haven't even run into someone else who uses it. So we get a free sub up, which I'm really happy about actually, and because I'm a ghost type, he can't rapid spin on me. So the only problem here is that I'm just gonna nasty plot. If he wants to hit me, he can hit me, but the thing is, Tentacool is very specially defensive, so wow, alright. I'm actually really happy with this turn of events. Honestly, it could not have gone better, and I'm just gonna end up shadow balling him and killing him. So honestly, that could not have gone any better. I got a free +2, and I'm still up behind a substitute. So I'm actually curious as to why, but I'm just gonna end up shadow balling again. It's pretty much all I can really do. It really, even at that Blizzard of all things to have Blizzard on a Tentacool. Alright. I really love his choice of names though, hentai, because tentacle porn, ha ha ha. So honestly, at this point, no, I was gonna get ahead of myself and say it might be a sweep, but it's not gonna be. I'm still behind a sub, so there's still a lot I could do. And then he goes into this guy, which is also weak to Shadow Ball, so I'm not entirely sure why. So if we're lucky, we can actually get through a full match. He could have just gone into Zigzagoon. That turn literally did nothing for him. But luckily I have a Dazzling Gleam that I could actually hit him with, so I think I carry Dazzling Gleam for the fighting types, which also, it just kills him. Just flat out, +2 Mischievous. We're just gonna kill everything on your team. I'm surprised he didn't go into, I don't even know at this point what he could go into, but Shadow Ball for stab and neutral damage. The Thunder Wave's a substitute. I suppose that's the type of player we're playing here, or he just really gave up. And I'm just gonna continue shadow balling here, because honestly, nothing else on his team resists it. So yay for Mischievous Sweep, even though I'm really not sure if I should be too thankful for that, because this guy just either gave up or just didn't really seem to care near the end. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully as I get up on the ladder, I'm currently 1125, maybe it gets a bit more interesting and we can actually like complete full games. So we're just really low on the ladder. This guy asked me if I'm real, and I'm gonna say yep. Smiley face. So also, if you do run into me, don't be scared to talk to me. I just go by my actual name, mootypwns. So if you see mootypwns, then I've been recording this for a session, so you'll probably end up seeing it on my channel this week at some point. So like I said, if you actually end up seeing me on Showdown or something, you could say hi. I'm also thinking about asking people on Twitter if, like, for Showdown battles, because really, Showdown World Cup is a lot easier than having to breed everything and train everything and gen everything for Wi-Fi. So if you guys enjoy this, I'd really appreciate a like, and as always, I love you guys very, very much, and you could subscribe to my channel if you want to, and bye. Let's find a match, if that even works. So I would be at the very bottom of the ladder, and that's even if it actually finds one. I'm sure it's not a very popular ladder, but wow, it's taking forever. I can't believe it. Connection to ladder server failed. Record. Connection to ladder server failed with error. Error socket hang up. Please try again later. Does that mean it's not working at all? Because we did random battles.
I know, I don't play Showdown.
Oh my god.
You want to try another?
I am going to kick this in the face because I can't freaking record a week's worth of stuff.
It's okay, you still have your looks.
Ah!
And you're entertaining
I just want to record.
No,
Freaking socket hang up, please.
It's not working.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I am about to issue a very, very angry tweet right now, filled with a lot of swearing.